So, very good evening to the podcast series 6 on the topic of digital literacy, including AI. From digital literacy, we are going to take opinion of the four speakers today and those who will be sharing their insight on practical ground. So this is SK Singh, founder of Global Edu-Leaders Forum and principal of GD Goenka Bhubaneswar. In fact, journey of Global Edu-Leader Forum was during pandemic. We started thinking why we are connecting India, why not to connect other educators or edu-leaders. That's how the name came, Global Edu-Leaders. It has been a wonderful journey in past 5 years, connecting 21 country plus. And Brazil become our one of close ally who is working on the UN project, joint India and Brazil. And we have got registered under United Nations on the topic of education and sustainability. So Go Green project, taking care of environment and how we sustain in this world, because all things what is being given by nature, are we destroying it, are we retaining it, or we are going to increase it. For example, air quality index 400 plus in Delhi, and some days it has reached to 700. Of course, it's a big disaster. You, me, including everyone on this earth has already experienced during the pandemic. It was a hit on our lungs. Keeping this all thing in mind, after 3 years project with Brazil, Colombia, we thought of having one international or global conference in IIT Delhi. Before we go to the detail of the conference topic, we have divided into 5 to 6 segment, and starting from education and sustainability, we called digital literacy, we called financial literacy, we called health care, and of course happiness and well-being. So Pramod sir, we are in the digital world. It is very hard to keep ourselves away. So as an opening speaker, how you see this digital literacy as an opportunity and as threat? Because see, it has captured to each one of you. And along with the coronavirus, there was another virus named as REEL 2020. And it has occupied on my personal research as well as interacting to the students, average time from 1 hour to 5 hours. You want to see something and you start seeing something else. And after 1 hour, you realize, oh my God, I was on this topic. So Pramod Tripathi sir, welcome to you. And it's an honor for me to have you on the show. Your insight, your experience, starting from Corona till date, advantage, disadvantage, or midway, how we walk through.
So, as Mr. Singh, you said that coronavirus has come with both sides of the coin, good and bad. We say, like the way we say BC and AD. So in education, it is before Corona and after Corona. So before Corona or before 2020, which some people in this side, China side, they call it as a year of twin system. So 2020, if you see prior to that, the big schools, elite schools, something which is premium schools, they were using a lot of digital material. They had those smart boards and a lot of digital technology was used in the class. Maybe at that time it was not sure how much it is helpful in learning process, but then yes, as a hardware, it was installed in all premium schools. Now, all of a sudden, when pre-COVID, when I used to, talk on the workshops and seminars, so I used to think about by 2030, Indian teachers will be more digital and Indian teachers, schools will be more digitized. All of a sudden, this 2020 system came, and in 2 years, our teachers have really upgraded their skills. And we all know that for almost 1.5 to 2 years, schools were so much into online mode that even today, the Delhi has gone on a hybrid mode. It's not difficult for Delhi to say that because of this, pollution and all those, the schools will work on the digital mode. So in this period, we have seen number of real life examples where without resources, without much of fund, still some of those teachers' case studies and stories has come where they really did a lot to enhance, to continue teaching to their schools, and especially from the remote areas. Post Corona, what happened that majority of the school has started going back to the normal, which was in 2009. That was a little problematic. It was like that you have managed to cover extra 200 meters in this race, and then you realize that, oh, fine, let's now go slow down. So here what we see is the people have started going back to the normalcy, which was in 2019 and all. This digital boom, what I'll say, has come up with number of challenges as well as benefits. Today, even a class 3 and 4 student is aware about the digital media, the system, how to connect with the Zoom, how to connect with the Teams, what are my Google Classroom, and how can I learn. Though on one side, teacher learned these things all of a sudden overnight to teach student, but student has also learned how to use resources online. At the other side, yes, the people, it's a kind of addiction. When you see something and then there's always a next link which is more attractive, and then you click to second and you go to third and fourth and fifth, and you keep on transiting from one website to other website and spending some of the time reading, and there's a lot of time loss. Screen time has increased. But net, when I see, the benefit is still huge than the loss.
Okay, so I think very well justified. We have received a lot. But we have to be careful. Without traveling, we are sitting in different destinations of globe and we are interacting. So let me take Ani Kumar, who is I think computer science HOD. She can justify things. Just throw a light part of AI. We are talking about lots of things are going to happen, how AI is going to work, lots of confusion. And welcome, Dr. Meenakshi will take you because your segment is very, very challenging for the smaller kids. It's like a threat for them. So how we do vaccination, how you take this journey, opportunity already Pramod sir was explaining, but how you think AI is going to play the role?
Actually, what we see today, and now after COVID, now AI has also the usage of AI and lots of different apps and everything has gone too much. Now the problem is that so much of platter on a plate is actually full of so many dishes. Now problem is which to pick and choose is a little difficult, and for the kids they feel like why we need to do anything, why we need to learn anything. Now they feel like that why ma'am we need to learn it, the better we learn the prompting. Now this is something that has gone up now, and as well as there is something ethics that we need to pay attention to that, because now children are more into using the things, but they should know that what is ethical, what is unethical, up to what extent they should use AI, and what all things they can use AI, and how to use the AI in such a manner so that whatever they are getting the result is many a times it hallucinates also. So they should understand that whatever is the contents are generated, maybe it might not be correct. So we need to understand what is correct. That ethics is something that we need to teach the students, and we cannot take out the AI from our life, because we are now, it is growing every day, and we are using it like it has become a habit for us, for everyone, not us, for everyone. So we are basically seeing the things that we are teaching the students how to use that AI, so that they can decrease their work, the hard labor that they were doing initially. So we are finding out the ways so that they are doing, instead of doing hard work, they are going to do smart work and finding out the result, something like that. So I would urge everyone to, every student, even, and every educator to understand that how to use AI, not blindly use it, because if you're going to use it blindly, it is going to hamper you only.
So I still remember the lines of Swami Ramdev, "Karoge to hi paoge." Pramod sir, you want to
Yeah.
add something?
So there's an interesting book which says ice cream dilemma. So it says that when I was a child, in those age, there was only two ice creams. Either you take a white or red. So it is a vanilla or maybe whatever is there, strawberry. But today you have a 20 variety. Same as AI. You have 200 things. It's difficult to choose what is right for you. The biggest problem with digital age is it is not confined to any age. So if I search the function of heart as a class 2 student and as an MBBS student, answer will be same. So there are problems with this, and that's what Ms. Annie has said. Yes, we need to teach student how to use it.
Okay, so moving forward, Dr. Meenakshi, dealing with the, I think, toddlers and the pure hearts. Because once they get aged and lots of complications came. So how you take this? Because everything is based on a skill. They have to smile. How AI will help you to smile? They need to have a joyful playground, toys and all. So how you take, Dr. Meenakshi, digital literacy in your context? Because of course, dealing with the younger one is a very challenging. It's not easy at all. One day I visited to my KG class. Sometimes, it was shocking for me how to start and what to say to them because their energy, their excitement. So as a trainer, as a person behind this brain and heart balance, how you do in the digital literacy, just to throw your lights.
First of all, thank you for inviting me and putting up my thoughts for that. And good evening to all the panelists over there. Coming to your question, sir, it's very interesting. But yes, AI plays a very important role for me. And if you have gone through the studies, the launch of AI was only and only for students who are imparted or who are having difficulties with studies. AI was not meant for us. That's the bottom line, which people don't understand. That was not for us. That was for people having autism, cerebral palsy, or dementia, dyslexia. That was meant for as a helping tool. Till today, if you read the newsletters being issued by IIM Bangalore and NASA, including NASA, they have told very clearly we humans don't know how to use AI. We misuse it. It's us who are to be questioned, not the AI to be questioned. Like they have so many things. It was built for that. We are supposed to do that. Now, coming back to your question, how I deal with students, it's very difficult to, especially with the younger ones who are already with what we call Gen Z, who is already built with laptops and mobiles and iPads. They don't move around without that. It's very difficult. But yes, it also helps me to synchronize their studies. Coming to the curriculum, we mold the curriculum in a way where they are, if you do this, we'll get you to touch the touch screen of laptop, or you want to see the line, do this task first. So the task has been modified in a way where they have to complete it. Otherwise, they'll eat all the sweet and they're like hyper energetic and throw it here and there, and it's difficult for us to hold them. See, as the other panelists they told, it's very difficult to choose what is there. It's ample. It's beautiful, but they are the youngest one. They don't know what is right, what is wrong, and how to, whether it is for us or it's not for us. So it's us being an educator, as an a modifier over there to classify things where you are not supposed to take that. We just synchronize. We make it very small, and we make sure that they use today's AI system, because without that, there is no option. Because robotics is there, and then coding is there, which they have to study. End of the day, if I tell, don't touch the laptop, don't do this, don't do that, they're going to do more. So let it be, take it. Want to do it, first finish this and then go for it. But yes, we have, inculcated the AI system into our education with NEP, where they have to use certain norms, certain apps, which is educatory apps again, which they have to, deal with that. And yes, if you do this, first finish the task, then want to go for YouTube, want to do this, go ahead with that. But it's very difficult for us to hold them, because if we say no over here, parents are giving it, so we can't say no to that.
Within 6 hours, you cannot control the entire situation. That's wonderful. I think we'll come AI and as well as a digital literacy inclusion in the second round. Before, I'll share a very small experience. Luckily, I was a student of computer science in 90s. So we used to do programming in COBOL. So if you miss a small syntax, you will find out a number of mistakes. And that started if first line has a problem, and finding is very difficult. Same thing with basic, and then database came and all. Now, what I realize as a computer science user, if you have a proper framing of a question, okay, what you wanted to know from AI, because it's a kind of, hazard of the
Yes.
knowledge kept in a bunch. So
Yes.
you need green chili or you need a tomato sauce. It may lead to the big disaster if you're asking from a data bank, because that is emotions are not there. Try to understand which is missing. So
Yes.
inclusion become
Yes.
a very difficult issue. Pramod sir, I would love to know, since you are dealing with a group of a school, how challenging is inclusion of digital literacy, especially data information, for the teachers? Because if you are not doing carefully, see, you are opening a website, a small mistake can take you to the somewhere else where you want to go on the Google itself. After coming to AI, they think he's a Google Baba become replaced with the AI Baba. Now no work of mine. So how difficult inclusion of this innovation, which is, I think people are looking into different perspective. Someone are taking as a bliss and another one is taking as a threat.
So you cannot close eye for the development which is happening around. Whether I like it or not, if I walk it on roads of Delhi, I'll get the polluted air. So it's not by my choice, it is by the surrounding. So this digital wave which is going on worldwide, it's going to impact every choice which we have is how to manage our set of people so that they are guided for the right direction. There is a 6 hours time when students are with you, and you have to choose which segment you want to use the digital aspects, the whether AI or robotics, coding or machine learning, whatever, you decide. And that's what we have seen even before COVID in countries like Finland, where it was a sharing device. It's not a one-to-one device. So people use it for a fixed period of time and then they close it. So similarly, what we can do is there are two aspects in this. One is about teaching and learning, and second aspect is about administration. The huge data crunching which teachers used to do in terms of like calculating about strength and weakness of a student, which used to happen earlier in olden days on the chart paper, and then it became Excel became a boon. Okay, fine, Excel gives me averages, and now the computer can do it on its own with the data. The question papers can be distributed to people. You can change the question paper at the last minute if you feel that it is not right or it's leaked out. You can mark attendance of the student, which used to be like present, absent, making 10 minutes of the teacher. That can be done automated. You can customize the students, especially with the inclusive classrooms and all that, and differentiated learning. You can customize what A student need can be different from the B students. The communication becomes faster. You don't have to think about your errors in the sentences or a grammar, or whether the mail is a harsh mail or it is too polite or it is confusing. So these things people as an administrator can be managed easily by AI. But AI can never replace teacher. The most expensive thing which is going to happen in next 5-6 years is something what teacher can do, and will not get a good teacher worldwide to explain these. So this is what is like in next 5-6 years, teachers will be paid on hourly basis, that you hire me for 1 hour and give me these many dollars.
Okay, I think very well defined. Yes, Dr. Meenakshi, very challenging.
No, I want to add with Pramod sir. He's absolutely correct. Yes, AI cannot replace teachers. Human touch, yes. But even one of the studies where I recently read the paper was in Singapore, where we deal with those kind of people. Even absolutely correct. Like we can customize the AI usage of that. And yes, in certain ways, as Dr. Singhal also said that even I have that kind of AI with me where we can just take a iPad or something. If your photo is there, we can know whether you have autism, to what level of autism that you have. And as Mr. Pramod said, rebuilding the question paper. That is absolutely to the finest, where question papers are leaked in school. This is something very, smart thing where, okay, it is leaked out. Give me 2 minutes, new
I'll
question
give you
paper. And the question paper is being set in Singapore according to the children level. That is something very interesting and very good in AI, which I really like that, because all the students cannot perform at the same level and we are not equal. I may be low and you may be high in that particular subject. So the level of, according to my level, the question paper is given to me. So I can perform. And in that way, I am nowhere less than the others. I stand equal with others. So that is the beauty of AI. But as Sir said, we don't know how to use it and how in limited form we have to use it. So yes, it's us to decide as a school owner or a school principal or an educator how to decide, how we have to take it. See, everything has good and bad. It's up to us, right? How to take that. But it's very nice for schools where it comes to digital education and reforming of papers, analyzing the papers, doing the accurate, the results of the students is very, very accurate and no bias things. So that is the best part. Okay, you like me, okay, you'll give me marks. If I don't like somebody, I'll give 0. That is not done in today's day. So that is very nice, where is no bias. In our assessment also, what we use in our school is the AI, because it's not biased. So whether you are right, wrong, poor family, rich family, doesn't matter. It, because as you said, no emotions, so no bias. That's the best part. Yes, Pramod sir, I would agree with you. Even in Bangalore, they have one school where there is a robot, which is a teacher, and students love that school because it's been sponsored by some IIM, I guess.
I know that school.
Yeah.
Let's not take the name, but that's a marketing element.
But the classes that it's been taken and the students review were like, okay, we like the robot more, but because it gives accurate, the question and answers. But what about the human touch? So they were like, when the discovery people went there and asked, what about the teacher who are being, there with you and supporting you emotionally? They don't have the answer because the robot cannot be emotionally supportive to that. Yes, they can give answers, accurate answer to the mark, always, abrupt with the answers, but what about human touch then? Yes, you are correct. Yes, we are coming to the phase where, okay, you pay me this much, only 1 hour, I'll come and make the student study. That is what's going to happen now.
I'll just add a couple of points to Dr. Meenakshi's thing. In my campus at Singapore, we do have a robo, and the name of robo is Poppins. And this Poppins' job is only to serve tea, coffee, cold drinks to the visitors. That's it, right? So robo can be used for anything. Whereas if you visit this site, usually in the restaurant, the robos collect the used plates, right? Let's come back to the topic. This is something real example, which we did it in classrooms last year. We conducted a maths examination for 10th class student in the beginning of the and tried to see their level of mathematics. And then we kept on calibrating the question paper's difficulty, both side on the plus side as well as on the minus side. So to my surprise, there were some students whose mathematics level, being in class 10th, was of 7th level. The misconceptions were of 7th level. Maybe they did not take up geometry properly at that age, and still they were doing errors in geometry or errors in algebra. Whereas there were other students whose mathematics level was of 11th class. They were easily able to solve things which was ahead. So with the help of such, systems, or maybe whatever we say, large language models, systematic analysis of the data, with this, we managed to see if the child has to come from 7th standard to 10th standard in 2 months so that he understands the 10th class mathematics well, it was an easy process, which we thought as a human calculation wise, we never tried that. So it can be very good in some cases.
I think a doctor of AI and digital literacy, no other than Ani, how you take this inclusion, one side a child, another side is a teacher, and in between curriculum, right? Now, if child knows everything, what is being in curriculum through AI, what is the role of teachers? How teacher is going to balance? Am I giving you a AK-47 to kill someone, or I am giving you apple to eat and become healthy?
Yes, inclusivity is something that is I'm dealing every day, because my younger one, he is actually hearing impaired and he is having a cochlear implant. So the way he is using it, I'll tell you what he does. He is right now in class 10, and if he gets a good means he has to do lots of, here we are having board exam. He has to give the board exam in 2026. Now, if you see him, how smartly he is using AI, he puts the sheets, whatever teachers are giving him, he puts the sheet into the ChatGPT and tells that please reframe the answers with limited vocabulary as per my requirement, and you reframe the answers and so that I can learn it, make it very brief. So you will find he has changed the entire answer sheets, whatever he's having, into a language, into the standard, whatever he could understand, and he's using that AI in such a beautiful manner. And one more thing, I have seen him using it. He is not good into vocabulary and he's not good into speaking. The what I have seen, he is using text to speech. That is helping him to speak the words and fluently. And these all and even whenever I saw him using the Teams, so he always switches on its CC, closed captioning. So because of that, whatever teacher is speaking, he is able to read the things. Even many a times I could see him watching the TV with closed captioning. So these are the few features that I have seen him helping him to grow, and even using him in his academics. So I could feel that these are the few ways he has found out himself. I have not told him how to use it, but he has found out the ways he could use this AI model in his day-to-day learning. And this is something, and in our school we are having panels. In that panels we are using read aloud feature and Teams. So otherwise also you have lots of inclusivity in the Teams itself. So these features, inclusivity is not only that if you feel that you want to have the universal design of learning and learn a variability approach in your teaching learning process, then AI is a boon for that. Because if you are, suppose what happened, we as a teacher, we need that we have lots of textbooks and we have to generate question papers, give the sample question papers to the students. So just in fraction of minutes you get the question paper by putting the curriculum, by putting the books. So these ways we can filter out the question paper as per the level of the student. So this is happening, and this is making us use the AI in a very efficient manner. So yes, AI is a boon, but if it is given into the hands of the students with unrestricted mode, then it will become a curse, because they are not going to learn anything. They are not able to understand that how rich this AI is and how to use it efficiently. So instead of giving it into the hands of them, we should use some customized models so that they use it in a very restricted environment. So that could be done.
Moving to the same contest, Dr. Meenakshi, if we talk about two things, especially tagline for Global Edu-Leader Forum is connecting head to heart. Head means process things, what is right and wrong, with clear-cut objective, but once heart comes in, we have a balance thing that is called emotion. Any decision which you take with the balancing your head and heart become more productive. So what you say, especially small children, they're very pure, very clean. How teacher is going to integrate this innovation, how much it works? And do you think there is a training required for all teachers to balance this? Otherwise, I think emotional disconnect is there if you play a story on the board. And same thing, you narrate a story with your visuals, with your emotions, will be more effective, or you need to just play the video and sit at back.
We did this experiment actually twice. We played the story, and then again we did the story with the teachers, with hand puppets and all. So obviously the crowd was more with the teachers because the emotions are there, the voice modulation is there, and the human touch. Because the teacher goes to the student and with the hand puppets and to make some noises and voice modulation of it, obviously helps that. But coming to AI, how the teachers are more, yes, the training is required for them, and AI is very handy for the teachers. One day a week they sit and they brush up themselves, like how we are going to put this particular curriculum with AI, how it is going to help us. AI, if not used properly, it's spoon feeding, but you can't eat much, you are going to vomit with that. So you have to use your brain end of the day. If you are an educator, teacher, or as a mother or a person who's dealing with children, you have to use it. See, as ma'am just said, she's using it for her son. Here we are using it for one child who is severely having autism, epileptic, doesn't speak, but this AI tool helps that person to speak, understand to his level. So I appreciate that, but yes, Ati is not good for anything and everything. So excess doesn't, is going to give you more sugar. You're going to have diabetes end of the day. So let it be. We have to make it moderate because we need to see how we are going to do it. Here, the teachers, what we do, what I especially do, we take the tools of AI, ChatGPT, and make the curriculum. But end of the day, they have to make their own bifurcation, like how we are going to conduct these things in the class. class. And when it comes to practically going into the class, sometimes AI doesn't. You have to use your brain. Sometimes you don't have the accessibility of internet. You don't have electricity. What are you going to do then? Obviously, you have to do with your brain. So we have to be ready with both of the things. We just use the AI app for when we have time and we have more explanatory things for like STEAM and STEM. When we are dealing with these kind of things, you need more of practical examples in the class. So we use that. We do have self-learning programs in the school where the students are being, made a circle, sit in the circle, read your things, and it varies from age groups. And we are using the same tool that ma'am is using because we do have children who are imparted. They also sit with the regular students. They use the AI app to understand what the concept is. If you don't understand, you have an educator, you have a moderator sitting there with you. They'll help you out to explain. But yes, it is easy if you take it easy. If not, if it is like, okay, it's something. No, we have to be like, okay, it is there. We have to accept it. And things you accept it more, the more easier it is. So we accept the fact, yes, it is there. We have to use it end of the day. But how precise? It's up to us. And we have to be with the teachers itself because that is important for me as a person sitting here. The human touch, the motherly touch, the teacher's presence matters a lot. It happens at my place also. When I'm here, I have a camera or something or an AI app at home which notifies me what my son is doing. But what my present does is a different thing. Like if I am saying, okay, what are you doing? Even if in the phone, if I'm looking as he's doing something, Karthik, what are you doing? And he will come to know. My voice will be there at the house, but not the human touch. So obviously that matters a lot. So yes, it's not going to replace, no matter what it is, it's not going to replace that. It was built to help, but we are misusing it. So yes, we have to
I think we have to go, rightly said in NEP, this is the journey from India to Bharat. If you look our Gurukul, competency was the core area where students were assessed with their competency, and now we are talking about competency based question. Macaulay first time was in British Parliament and he stated that we cannot rule India. Why? Because people of India has a very clear cut methodology. They believe in God. They wake up early in the morning. So in their education system is a completely practical. Same thing once Vasco da Gama came from Portuguese, coming to the Goa, he also realized he was not able to get entry. Up now, Britishers, and if you talk about Portuguese, you called that Francisi things. Why I'm taking this ancient history. First thing, let's destroy the system, education system in India. Now, again, we are back. We go to shopping mall for what? I do not know. No one is going to buy vegetable with the clear-cut objective to the shopping mall. No one is going to buy the cloth as per their urgent requirement or need. We go, we see X, we see Y, we see Z, and then we come with lots of garbage which are not required. I firmly believe health and happiness, these are the two things which never ever can be taken from AI, taken from digital literacy. You need a fresh air, then you need to go to nature. You may have any complex air purifier in your room, but I don't think you are going to take complete oxygen till you go to the nature or till you care for plantation. So this all is a completely now a journey from India to Bharat. So now Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma. Why I'm taking this? We all as a trainer, once we advise someone, once we guide someone. I still remember 2023, first time I visited to Brazil. I was much excited that I am going to the university, I am going to the school, I will talk to the people. My experience was disgusting. I am in the seminar hall, everyone is eating, having burger one hand, another one hand cold drink. And I was shocked whom I am going to talk. So this is what I am talking about, emotion and the value for a teacher. In Indian context, trust me, is very high till the date. Our students had a just international conference with the Brazil military school, but I realize our students are beyond that. Our teachers are beyond that. But one thing is lacking, that is called integrity. How we bring that integrity now in the machine time? Again, it is getting difficult. So Pramod sir, once we talk about integrity becoming a role model, students are watching at you. I think each actions and reactions, they take note of it. In the machine time CCTV camera, you can watch students fine. But your conduct, your behavior is being watched openly by the students. Right. I think this is the journey from India to Bharat.
So
Yeah.
learning is not just that I can read or write. So when a student learn, and there are very fine case studies, Harvard studies into this area, where it says that when child narrates that, what is Archimedes' principle?
Right.
So it's not that he's talking about Archimedes' principle. In his mind, he's thinking what my teacher was doing to explain that Archimedes' principle. He understands, okay, fine, the teacher has said this, the pressure is there, and then the material, the liquid displaces, and then teacher asked this question to this child and he gave wrong answer. So it's a set of scene which is stored in his brain, which explains the concept. And that's how the concept remains into a strong memory. Now, child learns more by seeing teacher. And that's why, if you ask Dr. Meenakshi, 100% of her student must be imitating the teacher in home, that I want to be like teacher. And my teacher carries bag like this and keeps in this locker, and teacher, I'm the teacher, and parents becomes the student and she's teaching. Now, this is something which AI cannot. But yes, AI can give safety and security. You can install a camera. You can see that what she has given an example, that she can monitor being away from that place. Anywhere in the world, you can monitor what's going on back. Your child is safe. You can analyze any of the problem with the million and billion of data points, and you can find it out. Okay, fine, this is the case. This is the finding. But the action is to be taken by the human.
True.
It can support you with some good pointers, but interpretation of those points are always in the human's hand. So when it comes to to what extent people should use this, obviously it has to be a judiciary call. One has to take it that at what age, how much do you allow people to use it. It do have a lot of those Down syndrome issues when the screen time is very high. It has a problem of eye, even I wear specs and you too. But then yes, what I see is these days 3-year, 4-year kids are also wearing. So there are problems. There are imbalances. Emotional imbalances are there when you keep on, playing games on the system which are more violent and, killing and hitting and fire and blast. So those disturbs your emotional quotient. So here comes the human role, the teacher's role and parents' role, that how balanced we do it. Gamification is a good exercise for the early years. Through games, you can teach lot of concepts, mathematical concepts, science concepts, STEM concepts, STEAM. But again, it's an open world. If you give a sword to a monkey, can do anything.
Dr. Meenakshi, before I come to you, these tools, how we are going to balance these tools? AI become also a tool, or anything smartboard is also a tool. So are they going to replace, or how we are going to balance it is very challenging for us, especially in early child.
Proper training, this is what I agree with Mr. Pramod also. Proper training is required for teachers to implement these kind of apps. First thing is we don't know how to operate that. Second thing is if we are known or aware of something, as he said, if you give salt to the monkeys, it's a similar story. If you give these kind of things to a person who is a lazy person, he'll be like dancing, throughout sugar rush kind of things. And teachers do that. Yes, proper training to the educator is required. How to utilize that, how to use that particular app for their own curriculum and for their own, work to be done easy. This was done for humans to have that kind of easiness. But as I said earlier, this was not meant for us. Still, we are using it. So we should be very precautious while doing this, using these kind of apps, because this was only meant for special children, for children having disabilities. That was meant for that, not for normal children. So if we are using it, we have to be very 100% sure that we use it accurately. We should not misuse, including the teachers. See, nowadays you can make assessment sheets, you can make question papers, you can make, productive answers. If you don't know what to write, you can just give the questions and the answers will be, matter of seconds, the answer will be out. But how to use it? This was not for us. If we are using it, we have to be very accurate. Are we justifying it as an educator? Are we justifying it to the teachers, to the students? I'm sorry. Are their needs are being fulfilled with these kind of apps that we are using, or the what we called like ChatGPT? There are many apps used for us as an educators to make our curriculum, daily planners, monthly planners, weekly planners, everything very easy in one go. But as a person, as a head of the school, we should not allow or give these kind of things to access. Yes, you use it. You use it for your example. If you don't know how to write a lesson plan, take an exam. But write your own. I have made it compulsory here. You have to write it. I don't want anything from ChatGPT, AI, because it's very easy to still come to know, okay, what kind of examples are there. When you come to practical things, it's zero again. So yes, we need to educate our teachers. Teachers brushing up is also necessary.
Actually, this is Dr. Minachi, my question. Educating teacher is a very complex work. As a trainer, I understand this. Everyone is counting my 50 hours, 25 hours, this, that, and all. Once you go back and discuss, okay, if I talk about class management, if I talk about happy classroom.
So there is a difference between teachers and educators.
Oh,
So yes, teachers cannot be changed, educators can be changed. So there is a wide difference. So I do, when I am into a training process, I do make a difference where are teachers and where are educators. So where you will find educators, they'll be ready to mold themselves, ready to go a change with what is there in the environment, molding themselves as water. Well, teachers will be monotonous. I want this one way. I don't want to change. You give me 1,000 more, I'll not do. So those are teachers. So those people cannot be changed. Or even if you die in front of them, you're not going to change. We just stick to educators. So I'll stick to educators, not to the teachers. So there's a vast difference, sir.
So what is the role of edu-leaders?
So educators can be changed. They mold themselves. They
Okay.
See, there is something new. You ask Mr. Pramod also, he'll be, and Madam also, they'll agree with me. Even you are ready to change. Why are you going to so many places just to increase your knowledge? Yes or no? So you come into
Right. Very true.
It's not as a teacher, because you want to know, even if it is not of your business, you want to know what is happening in the world.
Right.
Am I correct? So when we are ready to at least see what is happening for our curiosity, because we have that kind of animal inside us which is very curious. We want to know all those things. We are not from Aam Aadmi, we can say.
Right.
So when I was a student, my teacher used to tell me, you need a little different kind of brain to be to come into education thing. That time I never used to understand. Now I understand what she meant. We have to have a different kind of because where the teachers stop thinking, we start thinking from there. Our level starts from there. So that is why there is a difference between educator and a teacher. So teachers will not change. Educators, yes, they will come. If I'm seeing you today here, maybe after 2 or 5 months, I'll see you somewhere more up, because you have modified yourself according to the situation, according to the environment. That matters a lot, even if it is not of your business, but you are aware of what is happening. You're not monotonous. So that is a difference, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Minachi. And I think going for a closing remark, balancing thing, what to do, what not to do, do's and don'ts. If I talk about as a teacher, what comes into your mind as a teacher and what you would like to advise to your students?
As a teacher, yes, rightly said, teacher are little strict, whatever their rules and regulations are fixed, but naturally. But with COVID, what has happened, everyone, whether it is he or she, the teacher or an educator, they all had to change. Now today I could see in my school, the Hindi teacher are using the resources, the digital resources more efficiently than a tech teacher. This is something that has happened. That is, the language teachers are using so nicely, so beautifully, they are using the devices. So it is not like that ki everyone doesn't want to change. If they feel that the tools are going to help them out in making their task easier, their day-to-day jobs, whatever the administrative jobs or the teaching learning process, if the tools are going to help them out, they are ready to learn. I have taken so many trainings. I have found the teachers, they are ready to learn. They understand what are the tools. You tell them these are the tools that will help you. They are using it, and after using it, they could see that these tools are making their life easier, and even they are able to filter out the students that where yes, there is no if we call it as inclusivity, you will find that all we say that this student is normal and this is the he or she is a special need children. This is not actually correct. Okay. Every student, he or she has got one or the other problem. It might be due to the social economical problem or due to the difference in the rural or the urban, it may be that the child is having lots of facilities at home, the child may be left out at home, maybe the child is growing in a joint family system, the child is growing in a nuclear family system. There are lots of different problems with each child. So we cannot say that a child is a normal. No child is normal. There are different requirements for each child. Teacher is helping out those students also with the affection and the touch that they require, and that is making them, helping them out to how to cater to the needs of these students. And yes, truly AI is helping in that, and if we are going to use it efficiently, it surely makes our work easier. We cannot say that it is a bad thing, because when calculator came, all the math teachers, they just boycotted it. They told that no, you cannot use calculator, because then what will happen? We are doing the calculation by hand, but calculator is there, math teachers are there, and the people who are doing the calculation in the hand, they are also doing. So AI is not going to replace us. Instead, we have to use it efficiently. We should make our children use it efficiently so that they can understand, because you can see now the problem is with AI, into so much of development of AI, all the tech companies, there is so much of layoffs. So students should understand that how this AI is going to take away their jobs also. So they should understand how to use it. So the best way they would be able to use it, then surely they would be above everyone, and they would be able to deal in the 21st century.
So they have to be very preventive. They need to
Yes.
have a check and then go for.
Yes.
Sir, your advice on bullet points for teachers as well as the students.
So AI is not going to replace teachers, but if you don't use AI, it will take away your students. So it will not take your job, it will take away your students. So if there are no students, then you can decide whether you are in school or not. AI is somehow, I don't know, there are areas where I don't like it, but then AI is must in the current time. The span with which the kind of information available to student, which was limited to the libraries or a single teacher, now the child connects to the foreign universities, to the professors, and you see the kind of learning which is happening because of these distance. Obviously, there's a downside of it. People get hangover and they spend a lot of time on Facebook, media, Twitter, Insta, so on. Or maybe they'll keep on browsing the reels. And I mean, last week I was in Dubai with the first CBSC conference, and there I told the people that who taught reel making? No one. And today you see that illiterates are also making reels and making money, isn't it? So the learning is happening. It's just that we need to channelize to positive learning. And once we channelize people to a positive learning, because it's not about your student or my student, it's about a country. Either you become a follower or you become a leader. If our teachers are good learners, and that's what Dr. Meenakshi was explaining, the teacher and educators are two different, and I agree with her 100%. Teacher has to learn. I mean, you have said that you started from COBOL to basics to Java and C++ and C++, HTML, DHTML, and so on. Right? When I was in school, the computer was a luxury. We didn't have any computer lab, right? But today, all of us has learned to come to work on computers, laptops, and presentations, and so on. As long as technology is helping and reducing teachers' extra workload and supporting them to spend more time on teaching and learning, it is good. The moment it adds extra work to teachers are going to reject that, and it won't. Students, yes, I do understand. There are a lot of things like you have auto-fill university applications. You don't have to fill 20 times. You just browse the data, fill one application, and it autofills. It saves a lot of time. It's a good positive side, right? You can just browse and see and apply to worldwide university, where in my days I used to write letter and send it registered post to university. By the time data is already gone. So emailing has become, I mean, there are good number of things with which we are in positive side. Negative segments are there, but then everything comes with a virus. No software is without virus. So we have to live with that.
Right. Thank you so much. I think Dr. Meenakshi, if you can come on the screen, because you have somehow very pure segment.
Yeah.
And I think on the phone. No, it's okay. It's perfectly all right. This is technology, and we are talking about this only.
No, please carry on.
That is only one closing remark. What you advise to educators are teachers. Educators are okay. So what is advice for your side to the teachers? Become educator with the help of AI?
No. I'll go with Mr. Pramod. As he said, like in the previous segment, if you're hungry, don't go purchase goods when you're hungry. You will pick up the wrong things. So we need to be very thoughtful when we are looking into the things. And if you are ready for change, come into the industry called education. Otherwise, please do something which suits you. I request the people, don't waste our time and the other people's time to we put our energies, we put our aura into them to convert them to educators to build something different. But that's not the case. People who don't want, if you are pulling into it, engineering, what the hell am I going to do there when I'm not interested into maths or something like that? So yes, if you are into where your mind and soul belongs to change something, come to the education industry. Otherwise, thank you so much for that.
I think thank you so much, Ani. Thank you so much, Dr. Meenakshi and
Thank
Pramod
you,
sir.
Pramod sir. Thank you.
It has been wonderful experience, and I can declare out of 6 episodes, this is going to be the one of best episode because everyone was smiling on the screen. That was the beauty of this exchange of knowledge and experience together. So we see you all at IIT Delhi in January on January 17. Invite your friends, invite your people, those who can motivate and add value. On my personal note, Global Edu-Leader Forum is not mine, it is just family of educators. And I don't want to take this on my head and my crown key. If I go out of this world, one time everyone has to go. So give some values to this whole world, not constrained to India only. So thank you one and all, and pleasure
Thank you
being
so
here.
much. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye. Have a
Thank you,
nice
sir. Thank
weekend,
you.
Saturday and Sunday.
Thank you.
Connect you soon.
Thank you.